हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम कृष्ण. Today the topic for our discussion is Shani Chakra. This chakra is the result provided by this chakra is very accurate. Often there is a confusion that how Saturn gives a result. Sometimes, in spite of Saturn owning benefic houses, in being benefic places, it gives bad result. So people say that after all, Saturn is the malefic planet, so it will give bad result. And often it gives good result, so people say that out of your past karma, it is giving good result. While it is true, but sometimes there is a level of uncertainty in determining what Saturn is going to do. So here this chakra comes in very useful. In this chakra, we use the nakshatra of Saturn and the moon to determine the result that Saturn is going to produce. So this is not to be applied in transit chart. This is to be applied in the Janma Kundali, not in the transit Kundali. And for this, one has to look at in which nakshatra the Saturn is placed. And from that nakshatra, one has to look at the placement of moon with respect to the nakshatra of Saturn. And based on that, in this scheme, basically some group of nakshatras starting from Saturn have been assigned to various body parts, and for each body part different results have been given. To apply this chakra, one has to use the 27 scheme of nakshatra, not 28 one. So the one without Abhijit nakshatra. So all the 27 nakshatra, one has to start from the Saturn. So suppose your Saturn is in, let's say, Swati nakshatra. Then next to Swati is Vishakha nakshatra. Then from Vishakha, Anuradha. Like that, one has to keep on implanting these body parts. So the first nakshatra is the Saturn's nakshatra, where Saturn is located in the Kundali. So that nakshatra, it belongs to the head region. And after that, the next three nakshatra belongs to the face region. Okay, so suppose Saturn is in Swati nakshatra, then then Swati is going to be the head, then Vishakha, Anuradha, and Jeshta. These three nakshatras will be part of face. After that, the next two nakshatras will be genitals, private parts. Then after that, next two nakshatras will be eyes. After that, next five nakshatras will be heart. After that, next four nakshatras will be left hand. After that, the next three nakshatras will be left leg. After that, the next three nakshatras will be the right leg, and the last four nakshatras will be right hand. Okay, so let me repeat. The first nakshatra where Saturn is located, that is head. The next three nakshatras will be face. Then the next two nakshatras will be genitals. After that, next two nakshatras will be eyes. After that, five nakshatras will be heart. After that, four nakshatras will be left hand. After that, three nakshatras will be left leg. After that, three nakshatras will be right leg. And the last four nakshatras will be the right hand. Okay, so one has to see in which body part moon is appearing. Okay, And based on placement of moon, one has to look for the results that I'm going to dictate now. So if the moon is located in the head region, then one should then it will result into increase in illnesses. So this will be the prominent result when moon is in the head region, that there will be increase in the illnesses whenever time of Saturn comes, dasha antardasha of Saturn comes. So apart from all the lordships and everything, this result will be common to the native. Now one thing to remember, that when Saturn is when Saturn is direct, then this result will be there, that there will be increase in illnesses. But when Saturn is retrograde, in that case, when Saturn is retrograde, in that case, there will be increase in profits. Okay, so the result has been reversed in case of retrogression. In the same way, when Moon is there in the face region, in that case, there will be increase in profits if Saturn is direct. But if Saturn is reverse, then there will be then also it is good result, that he will basically win over enemies. He will get profit and he will have significant influence over the enemies. So in retrograde as well as direct, there is good result when when moon is in the face region. Then when moon is there in the genitals region, then if Saturn is direct, then there will be losses. But if Saturn is retrograde, then there will be pain in the body. So either ways it is bad when in the genitals. Then if moon is in the eyes region, then there will be increase in profits if Saturn is direct. But there will be bandhan yoga. The person may get imprisoned or detained, and such a person should always abide by law in case Saturn is retrograde. So let me repeat, if the Saturn is retrograde and moon is there in the eyes region, then such a person should abide by the law always, because there are chances of litigation and the person getting into imprisonment. Then if the moon is there in the heart region, in that case, whether Saturn is retrograde or direct, in either case it gives very good result, that person will get success and his profits will keep increasing throughout life. Then if the moon is there in the left hand and Saturn is direct, then it will cause the bandhan yoga or the imprisonment. The person may get detained, and such a person should abide by the law strictly, as strictly as possible. If Saturn is retrograde, then it will result into increase in profit. This was the result for the left hand. Then if the moon is there in the left leg, then such a person will have bodily pains in case Saturn is direct. But if Saturn is retrograde, then there will be loss of wealth. Then if the moon is there in the right leg, then if it is direct, that is Saturn is direct, then the person will do lots of travel. If Saturn is retrograde, then there will be increase in profits. Okay. Then coming to the next one, that when the moon is there in the right hand, in this case, if the Saturn is direct, then there will be increase in profits. If the Saturn is retrograde, then there will be loss of wealth. So this was the last body part related to this chakra. Uh, Now in the classics, there is no explanation as such that why this body part results into so and so pain, and why does it not result into pain. So one can apply their common sense, their astrological sense, to decipher or decode these results. But what I have found is that whether you decipher it or not, just by applying these this chakra to the chart, one can do astonishing predictions, and one can just catch the point that what Saturn is going to do in this dasha or antardasha, or even in the sadhisati also. Okay, so that's all for now for today. मेरी बातों को ध्यान से सुना इसके लिए आपका आभारी हूँ और आप सभी के भीतर बैठे परमात्मा को प्रणाम करता हूँ। मेरा प्रणाम स्वीकार करें।